welcome. You're all welcome here. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining us. Yeah,
Hi,
Mr. Ipomba.
hi. Yeah, good
What,
to be here. Happy
what's
Sunday.
happening? What's happening? How's
Well,
it going? How's your
yeah,
day?
fine. Excellent. I just
Oh,
came back from church. So,
okay. Nice
yeah.
one. Thanks for joining. Oh, thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
sure.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure. Absolute pleasure
How
to be here.
was your day now?
Yeah.
Adams.
Oh, Adams.
How was your day? How was church today? Makes sense,
Excellent.
yeah?
Excellent. Yeah.
Mm,
Excellent.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just I'm going to give just a brief description of what we're going to be having here today.
Yeah.
So, like, artificial intelligence has taken over a lot of it's the trend now. One time the way internet came and it was a trend. The next thing, cryptocurrency came, it was a trend. Now it's artificial intelligence that is everywhere at this point. So I strongly believe that, okay, I understand that yes, it has been existing for a very, very long time. For the fact that we have autocorrect, I think autocorrect is artificial intelligence as well, but like it's at just this point that okay, everybody are getting to understand that yes, this is something that is actually, or we've been using it low key and we didn't even know that it was artificial intelligence. Starting with even my WhatsApp business page, that reply,
Yeah.
yeah, they are all artificial intelligence. But so well, I just hope, okay, there are some persons that I okay, thanks for coming. So, well, basically, this platform is where we're going to be trying to intersect how artificial intelligence and entrepreneurship can work hand in hand. So, my guest speaker, Mr. Elogosa Ipomba, a friend that I've known for a very, very long time. Guy, it's more than 10 years old. It's
Definitely more than 10 years. I think going to 15
definitely
years.
15 years,
Yeah.
bro. Honestly, it's nice knowing you. What struck my attention was when I saw a post you made in 2019 about artificial intelligence. I was like, this guy has been seeing the future for a very long time, honestly. And what was your inspiration behind artificial intelligence from the start? Like, how did you get to come across it, or was it part of your field right from the start?
Well, not really. Like, it wasn't really part of my field. Like, I studied mechanical engineering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, but while in school, I studied mechanical engineering. I I stumbled across this course, machine learning, like this phrase, machine learning. I'm like, oh, what's this about?
Yeah.
And I was quite inquisitive to ask the questions like, what's machine learning? Then I had a professor then who, yeah, it was one of our lecturers in school, and he was in machine learning, like still in mechanical
Oh,
engineering, within machine learning. I was like, oh, can you? I just went close to him, and then he showed me what it does with machine learning. It was not this old fancy stuff we see now.
yeah,
It was basically applying machine learning methods to mechanical engineering. And then like
yeah.
that really caught my attention. I was like, oh, this thing is the future. So like
Honestly,
from there, I started taking several courses online. Yeah,
yeah.
to study,
Okay.
and I've been amazed with how far AI has come.
Honestly, now the thing is, this whole I strongly believe that the way it is the reason why it's everywhere is because it's a trend, of course.
Yeah.
But do you think that this trend would continue going on and keep going on, or it will get to a point where we all are going to be used to artificial intelligence as a norm, where I'll just be sleeping and waking up to see my robot next next to me? Is it going to
Yeah,
get to that phase?
I think yeah, that's natural for any um revolution like any major technology.
Yes.
See the internet, right? So when the internet came, the internet boom, right? .com era. So I don't
Yeah.
think I was born
True.
then, right? Well, maybe I was a baby, but I read about it that people were it was more like the printing press came and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
stayed.
True.
So
True.
we had books everywhere, and then the internet came, and it's now a norm, right? So I
Mhm.
guess this has come to, and I guess, and I believe this will become a norm. It's just um, people that quickly adopt AI now are going to be smiling later.
Honestly,
Actually, yeah,
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. When cryptocurrency came out, with the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
people investing in it, I strongly believe those people that invested in cryptocurrency at the very, very early
very early.
stage, I feel that they are like, let's say 70% of them should still be wealthy. But the people that
Yeah,
actually got into
came
it
and
later on,
yeah,
they
yeah,
they, they
yeah,
really they really, really, really regretted their actions joining
yeah,
cryptocurrency.
yeah,
So I
true.
I don't know. I'm trying to understand if okay, I know of blockchain and decentralized system. I don't know, is there any relationship? Is there going to be any relationship between the crypto market currency system and artificial
And
intelligence?
AI. Well, um, so probably not a probably not a direct connection between the two
Yeah.
because they are two different technologies, right? But the way AI is, right? So AI can affect any industry, like I mean any and every industry. It
Yes.
has the potential to do that. I even saw recently that people use AI to get financial advice on what coin to invest,
Honestly,
what
true, true,
stock to invest.
true, true, true.
Um, yeah, so the application of AI, it's like a virus, right? It will eat into every sector, to eat into every system. So I don't think there's any industry that is left out. I don't think there's
I
any industry that's left out.
honestly,
On a
honestly.
lighter note, right? I saw even the religious the religious
See,
sector,
see,
right? I saw online that
I,
pastors
I,
get message from
I
ChatGPT.
honestly, I did something. I did something. I typed in a message. I was like, please give me a message on favor. I said, like Apostle Joshua Selman. If you see what
Yeah.
AI gave me, it's just for me to give the right prompt and put in the right things. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
See, it is
Yeah.
even the fashion. Then in fashion designing, we had this illustration, Adobe Illustrator, where we
Mm.
get to design. But now I'm into using Mid Journey and the rest to
Yeah.
see
Yeah. Yeah.
it is mind blowing, and I really hope we embrace this as fast as possible
Yep.
because that's
Sure.
where yeah. So
Sure.
what I like you were saying something before I cut you off not quite long. What are the opportunities an entrepreneur like just imagine I am just fresh into this. Just I want you to explain to us what artificial intelligence is and how. Just
Yeah.
start with explaining what it is. Yes.
Okay. So before I explain what AI is and how it can help entrepreneurs, right? So let me give well, let's say like a brief introduction to
Yeah.
of like myself and so probably like you can choose to filter what I say based on yeah. So I'm not an
That's
AI
fine.
expert actually. So I'm not an AI expert. So I'm just someone who have used AI technologies for a while
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
built some AI products like AI softwares. Though my original background is mechanical engineering, currently doing my PhD in the US,
Yeah, yeah,
in mechanical
yeah,
engineering still. Though I just use these AI tools like in my research and for other stuff. So I may not be that authority in AI.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
what I've
yeah,
seen, the trends, yeah. So, but basically, for we to know how AI can, AI it's an interesting word. Everybody wants
yeah,
to use AI,
yeah.
right? So even recent times now, the number of AI practitioners have increased.
I'm
Like anybody,
telling you.
everybody wants to use the word AI. So, but what really is AI? So AI is just like artificial intelligence, right? It's like a branch of um, of knowledge. So just the way you have law, you have engineering, you have physics, right?
Yeah,
So you have artificial intelligence. It's a branch of computer science, and the goal is to create artificial intelligence, right,
yeah,
from the word,
yeah,
and is to try and create agents or systems, right, that can do things autonomously, do things on their own without
yeah,
you telling them, like coding them, right?
yeah,
For us to understand AI very well, we need to understand what was before AI. So before AI, we had traditional programming, or coding, as you say. So where you want the computer to do something, you code it, right? You code the instruction. Okay, when the user do this, let's do something. But in this era, AI is different. You don't need to tell the computer what to do. The computer knows when analyze your data and then knows what to do. So,
yeah,
well, that's the goal of AI. They get inspiration from how the brain works.
yeah,
You see how a child learns, right? Yes, you teach the child, but the child observes the environment, learn from feedback from the environment, and then becomes
yeah,
like a better person or make decisions himself. Same thing you want to do with AI. And you can't talk about AI, we can't talk without talking about machine learning, right?
yeah,
That's like it's also a sub branch of AI, and the goal is to learn from data,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So when you
yeah,
have,
data.
the internet has made us produce enormous amounts of data. I don't have the facts,
Yeah,
the accurate stats here, but I know the whole world, like since the internet came, we've generated
of
billions of
it.
gigabytes of data, right? And
Yeah,
this data, what we just do in machine learning is to get this data and learn from them, right? When we learn from them, these models are smart enough now to either predict or even generate new
prediction.
stuff.
Yeah,
So, but AI now, like I said, it's a virus that it's the wave now. It's really, really great. It's affecting a lot of industries, and I can say
um,
that
honestly.
any entrepreneur now, right, should and can leverage on this wave to improve their business,
Yeah,
right? It can automate a lot of things you manually do now, right?
a lot.
Um, it can even analyze your business record and even recommend to you what to do to amass like more profits.
Yeah,
It
true.
can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Those boring tasks, right? Those things you hate doing, that
Yeah,
is repetitive. AI
yeah,
can
yeah.
do those things for you. So as an entrepreneur, there are a lot of things AI can do for you actually. And I guess we'll discuss it as we go along.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
this way.
sure, sure, sure. So now in all of this, we've talked about the opportunities. So like it's just sweet. AI can do this,
Yeah.
but what are the fears and the risks that we can have while using AI at this point? Because I understand that yes, these people make use of data. Like data is the driving tool for AI. Yeah, when if you have a substantial amount of data, you'll be able to you get. So so what are the risks? Do you think that there's going to be a system at a point in time where by the time we keep giving this our data to um such prompt or such system, we are feeling we might be if it bounces back on us in a negative note, it's as good as we die, you understand? Because I can that's the thing with TikTok now. We accept in TikTok, I think we get to accept all their terms and conditions that they have full storage of our most of our data, you understand?
Yeah.
So I think that's a choice. So aside that, what do you see that would
As a
be
choice.
a yeah, will be the issue? What do
Sorry,
you
please.
think is
Let me.
no, that's fine.
Okay. Well, Yeah, so you see, for every technology, right, there are advantages and then there are disadvantages. Um, for AI, it's the advantages are enormous, like I said, but the threats too are are real. We can't shy away from those things because we just want to get what it
Yeah,
can do. We just want to benefit
yeah,
from what it can do. But I think one major threat, which I personally feel is even a major threat. So people talk about job loss, it's taking away our jobs, right?
mhm,
Yeah, that's real. But well, I see that as a threat, yeah, but the greater threat is we don't yet understand these models. Yeah, you go to ChatGPT and tell it, okay, how can I do this? And it gives you these responses, which are brilliant, right? But still, these are models that are trained with billions of data, and the parameters
yeah.
of these models are enormous. Like I think ChatGPT 3.5 is billions of parameters, and even GPT-4 is trillions of parameters.
Trillions,
Now, the thing is,
honestly, trillions of
yeah.
data.
So I don't want to go into like the
As
technicalities of how
yeah,
these things work,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But it's just the way we have AI is like a black box, right? You put in an input, it gives you an output, right? Inside that box, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what the agent is learning. We don't know what the neural networks they are learning, right? So and
yeah,
then every year we see these models increasing. So we had GPT-1 before, we had GPT-2, now we have GPT 3.5. Now we even have GPT 4. And
54.
then it's increasing in size. So the fear I have personally, and which some other AI authorities have also voiced out, is we don't still understand how this AI works. We can't explain how it works. Right? Well, we know it's mathematics, neural networks, right? But why don't we wait and try to understand what this thing works before scaling it, right? Because like people say, right, the movies we watch of AI inversion, right? We don't know, we don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the thing
that's
is,
the that's
even
the
if, yeah, even if we say, oh, it can't do this, is just mathematics, A plus B equals to C, right? Yes, I agree, it's mathematics, but maybe we should understand, right, how this mathematics works before scaling it and be sure that there are no risks of it going rogue or
yeah,
yeah, but this is a risk people don't talk about so often. People talk about job loss, economic imbalance, but I would say rather than fearing AI taking your jobs, I think rather you should fear the person who learns how to use AI, right? So it's the person who learns how to use AI that will take your job, not necessarily AI taking your job. Yeah, AI will may take your job eventually, right? But in the meantime, it's the people who have learned how to use AI that are the main risks, like
um,
for anyone.
that's lovely, man. So there's hope for us now. There's hope. All we should just do is get to learn. So what are the best? How can we learn AI? How can an entrepreneur learn AI? What's the best
Yeah, so
bet? Because I in as much as we have a lot of tools that has made AI easy for us, there's a lot of tools out there, and we know that most of those tools, they are the major goal is to get money and to make money. Hey, you understand? Then somebody told me that you I should learn Python, and I'm like, why? Why why should I learn Python? Actually, I actually started learning Python though. You get, but when I started, it wasn't easy. Oh. So I'm like, can every entrepreneur, because I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. So can every entrepreneur learn Python, or do every entrepreneur needs to know how to code in Python? What do you think?
okay, it's just like saying, everyone who has a car, right? Should everyone who have a car know how to become a mechanic or know how
Oh,
to repair a car,
yeah,
right? So, or should everyone become a doctor because we are humans, right? So when we are sick, we treat ourselves,
yeah,
right? So the thing is, just like a car, right? We all people have cars. People
yeah,
use cars. But when your car breaks down, you go meet the mechanic to fix it, right? And then you are not even the one that made the car. So same thing with AI, right? So AI is that vehicle that can take you from one place where your business is now to where it will be where you want it to be. But it won't, you don't necessarily need to know how to build this AI
Yeah,
tool.
true,
So
true.
that's left for you. As an entrepreneur, I guess you are busy thinking of how to create value, right?
Yeah, true.
And then you may not necessarily have the time to learn how to the nitty gritty, learning Python or how to code,
Yeah,
how to train large language models. I can say actually that the barrier of entry, right, is quite high. Yeah, yeah, people will tell you to learn Python. And when you learn Python, people say, oh, you need to learn the mathematics of AI. When you do
you
that,
need
people
to
like,
go
oh, go
into
and learn DevOps.
machine learning. You need to do this. We
So,
keep going, keep going, keep going.
yeah. So, but I think just like the internet, right? So when the internet boom came, not everybody knew how to build websites, right? Not
Yeah,
so
true.
everybody, but people can get people who know how to do that, build a website for me, for their business. So your business is growing. You don't know how to, you don't even know the HTML or CSS, but your business is growing.
Yeah, true.
You are using AI, right? So
Yeah,
same thing. These tools, right? In fact, there are no code platforms that are there, right? That you can leverage on. Like ChatGPT, anybody can use ChatGPT. You don't know how to. In
anybody.
fact, ChatGPT is it's an engineering wonder. Yeah, it's AI, right? But a lot of engineering went into that stuff. So as an entrepreneur, you will have that time to go and start learning. Okay, how did they do this? How did they do that? It will waste your time. Except maybe
Honestly,
what you want to do, what you are selling is that your AI skill. Again, you may not want to go and learn the stuff. But I think it's quite unnecessary for you to um, maybe go
get
and learn
involved
Python.
in
Yeah,
those.
if you have the time, sure, you can do that. But I guess just use your vehicle, right? Use
Yeah,
your
true,
vehicle.
true, true, true. Man, that this thing you just said have saved me, and I believe some persons watching this thing a lot of time. Honestly, it has
Yeah.
saved me because, man, thank you for that. So now I want us to make more like a life example of how you think we can, or tools that you think entrepreneurs can actually use, the basic tools. I was asking a friend of mine that is there any tool that, because one issue, like you said, the major thing is data. You need to have a substantial amount of data to execute. Like you said, something about helping AI can help you in running, to know where your company's strength and weakness is. You get, and what you feed to it is data. Now you get, there are some startup entrepreneurs that their issue is correlating such data. You get, accountability is a very, very serious issue with startup entrepreneurs. So I was thinking, I was asking my friend, is there any AI tool that we know we can use to correlate easy cash flow? Because the grassroots of data as an entrepreneur is your cash flow. If you know if you know how your money is coming in and where your money is going to, that's like the grass before you start reasoning P&L account and balance sheet. If you know where your money is coming from and where it's going to, your cash flow analysis properly. So is there a tool that can help entrepreneurs? My friend was telling me about Microsoft Excel, and I don't know, is there any sort, because if I open the Excel on my laptop, I what I'm seeing, I don't like this. I don't like it. Took me so much time to be able to use the Microsoft Excel very, very on a professional standard. It took me a lot of time. So I'm trying to think, do you think there's going to be a tool that what we'll just need to do is, okay, if money is coming in now, we'll just put it, then at the end of the month we'll have more like an analysis of how much how this is what we spent for this, so it will bring our profit and loss account, bring our balance sheet, and help us correlate. Do you think there's a tool like that? And
Yeah, yeah. So for that particular case, yeah, I think there are several tools for that. And then also it's also an opportunity, right? If you are no tools to create such a tool as AI practitioner, so maybe we can work together for that. So, but I think one that just like come off my head now is Notion. I've used Notion personally. Notion is one AI tool that helps with work management. Right, you have a business, you want to manage your business, you can use Notion. They have like, in fact, they have a lot of AI helper tools that can help you. Um, I use it personally as a student to manage
Oh,
my coursework, right? You can use it to take notes. You can use it to manage your budget too, right?
really?
Of
Please, what's
course,
the
as an
name?
international student,
Please, what's the name? What's the
Notion,
name of the tool?
Notion,
Notion. Okay.
Notion. So
Okay.
it's actually free. It's actually free. But if you want to use the AI functionalities, I think it's $10 per month,
Oh,
right? So yeah, so entrepreneurs can actually use Notion, right? I think in fact personally it's the best to I have everything in one app, right?
in terms of
Manage my finances
management,
there.
does
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does it link up with your calendar or your
Exactly.
reminder to remind you that?
Yeah, it does. It does link up. And then even if you are an entrepreneur, right, and you have more than one person working for you, you can create a team in Notion. You can assign tasks. You can create a task list. You can assign tasks to each person. When it's close to maybe you set a deadline. When it's close to the deadline, or you can set a time to remind the person, oh, you're supposed to do this task. And at the end of the time, it summarizes. At the end of the month, it summarizes all the tasks you've done. Those not completed, right? So that's for tax management. And then it has several templates too you can buy. So people create templates, right,
Yeah,
for
on it.
businesses.
Yeah, they just keep
Yeah,
developing on it, developing
exactly.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Notion is really, 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 really powerful. And then other tools that I think entrepreneurs can really take advantage of now is, of course, everybody knows about it, ChatGPT, right?
ChatGPT.
So
Oh,
as a business owner, right, you want to probably make social media posts advertising your business, but you don't know what to say, right? You don't know, you don't want to be boring. So ChatGPT is very, very well, I say smart. So you can tell it what your business is about and tell it to generate interesting posts for you, interesting Twitter posts for you. Like you said, you can mimic the voice of someone, the way someone talks, right, or the way someone writes. Um, you can do that. So ChatGPT is a for branding. You can use Mid Journey, like you said. You used it too. I saw you in the Lion's Den, and so you can
then
use Mid Journey
that
to
was
create, yeah,
and
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 logos
sorry,
and
the thing is, I feel like ChatGPT is more like a mediator, sort of, because it helps you to work with every other. It can help you to work with
yep,
every other too. When I
yep,
don't know the right,
yep.
I some of those prompts, some of the major thing which is prompt, some of those prompts I don't know, so I just go to ChatGPT and be like, you know what, this is me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry to say, but I want to know, like, when you are confessing your sins now, like, ChatGPT will accept your sins. Like, we accept you the way you are, and wash you, like package you. And
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, true.
ChatGPT is more like a mediator where it's really
Yeah.
so yeah, that's so nice. That's really, really nice. So we are talking about Notion, Chat GPT. Then now I even realized that we don't even need graphic designers anymore, because I want to know, Canva, you used Canva before? Is it an AI
Yeah,
website
so
or
well, Canva can do a lot of things for you. I don't know. I can't say it's completely AI, but it has a lot of templates, right, that you can leverage on. So you
yes.
don't even need to be a graphic designer. You can go pick one template, make some changes, and use. I won't classify it as like a strictly AI tool. Maybe they may have integrated AI. I'm not sure. I don't use it frequently. But for graphics, I think Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, those ones classify as AI tools, complete AI tools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so please, if you have your questions, please, you can as well just drop your questions, and I would refer those questions straight to the boss himself. So please, if you
I
have your
saw
questions, I
someone
think.
said AI will not take my job in Jesus'
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
And I'm saying,
yeah. Oh, I saw it and I was laughing. So please, if you have any
yeah,
questions as regards what we've said now, please, you can ask, and he's willing
yeah.
to take all questions. Man, this is really, really, really amazing. Honestly. Then
And
okay.
yeah, no, just just like to say like I yesterday I was just going through the internet and I saw this idea I used to have, right? So when you go to maybe you want to cut your hair or females you want to make your hair, right? And then you don't even know the style. If the hair like fits you after they've cut your hair already, and if it's bad, you can't fix your hair back, right? So and I saw
Yeah.
this interesting AI tool, and what they do is you snap a selfie and then you can try different hairstyles before you cut your hair. And then when the one that fits you, just give it to them and then they cut they do that hairstyle for you. So I was like, this is just mind blowing.
Honestly,
And then I was now thinking about you. I was like, yeah, you have a fashion business, right? So before someone maybe shows a style, like it's possible for you to virtually put on that style and then know how it fits then for you say, oh, I want to do that style. So it's quite interesting.
honestly, honestly, honestly. Somebody has a question from the legal aspect. How legal is it to use AI?
Well, for now, as it is, it's very legal to use AI, right, for the right things, right? So, like you mentioned earlier, there are ethical aspects of AI.
Yeah,
So you don't want to use AI to aid crime, or you
yeah,
don't want to use AI to aid fraud, right?
yeah,
Like few days ago, I saw on Twitter where some guys use AI, like called this AI called deepfake, to change. So this person was doing a video call, right? But what you'll be seeing is another person, right? So take on the face of another person. So that's like a wrong use of AI, right? Also, you don't want to just take what this AI produced and then put it as though you produced it without attributing it to the AI when you didn't add anything to it. So that is basically called plagiarism, and you don't want to do that. In fact, in the US, yeah, it's a serious crime to do that. It's a serious crime to do something and then you don't attribute it to where that thing is coming from. Um, you don't want to, so there are legal aspects. Yes, use AI for your business, yes, as an entrepreneur to grow. It's fully legal. I know there are some, like on the news, right? I know the US, the UK or Europe, European Union, they're trying
yeah,
to bring some regulations to AI,
yeah.
right? So
True.
how you develop AI. But as far as that has not been enacted, you are free to use AI.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So, these two app, is there a monthly subscription? The two apps you made mention. I don't think ChatGPT
Yeah.
3
Uh,
has subscription, but 4
yeah.
has. Then
Yeah.
the Notion.
Yeah.
How about the Notion?
So Notion, like I said, Notion is free, right, for the normal use, right? With the free version, you can use it for a lot of things, right? But if you just want that AI component to it, right, you pay $10 monthly. Yeah, $10 monthly for that. ChatGPT is free, but if you're going to go into the plus version, it's I think $20 monthly for
Yeah.
that. But I don't think anyone for now, right? I don't think you should. Um, the free version can do everything
Yes,
you want to do.
actually.
Yeah,
In as much as I have access to the ChatGPT 4, but because of the history I already have with ChatGPT 3, and I believe, this thing I heard you, AI, you kind of relate with it. The more relationship you get with it, you understand the more. So, my ChatGPT 3, I have actually related with it very, very well. You get, so somehow, I've just been stuck to that ChatGPT 3, and it has been giving me wonderful, wonderful feedback. So this one says, can you discuss some of the most promising strategies for addressing potential job displacement and the skills gap that may arise due to increasing automation and AI deployment? This one has big
yeah.
English. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting question from my boss. Yeah. So yeah, the truth is, like I said, the reality is AI can do a whole lot more than what humans can do, right? ChatGPT gave a joke, right? That it doesn't sleep, it doesn't have fatigue, it doesn't waste your coffee, right? So yes, true. AI can replace your job, can do the job more efficiently than you. But like I said, I think the person who has mastered AI, right, who has used it, who has not shied away from it because, or some, I know some people actually have personal beef with AI because they feel
Honestly,
threatened, right? But
honestly,
rather, I think you should, and one of the skill I think is very, very important now, and it's free to get that skill is prompt engineering. Yeah, it may seem, oh, it's not just ChatGPT. Can I just put, oh, how to do this? And just give me the results, right? But there are companies here in the US and all over the world who are actually employing prompt engineers. Like
wait,
it's even on Upworks, right? I saw I saw like yesterday I saw like three different job posting for prompt engineers. Yeah, and then also people sell prompts. I saw
so they
there's a
send
prompt
prompts.
marketplace.
Yes,
People
I've been
sell
saying
prompts. So
saying this prompt. I've been making mention of prompts, asking the right questions, knowing the right prompt for a very long time. And like,
yeah,
so is there a course like prompt engineering? Is there a course like that?
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
it
so
it
Andrew Ng, no, Andrew Ng, one of the pioneers of AI, he actually released a free course called Prompt Engineering. It's available on deeplearning.ai. If you go to deeplearning.ai, you can access that course. It's a very interesting course. In fact, when you finish that course, you become a like you have a superpower because you can tell these models to do virtually
yeah,
anything for you. And then OpenAI, I read earlier this last week that they are releasing a free course too on prompt engineering. So if it's not important, why do you think these companies are actually
we'll be asking for them.
encouraging people to take these courses or creating these courses in the first place? So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's one major thing, right? That's one major thing people can learn, prompt engineering. Then also if you're in the technical aspect, right? So maybe you have a technical background, like traditional programming. I think I will encourage people start learning the language of AI, right? And to me, I feel it's Python. Python is the language of AI. Start learning that because why? Why I am saying this is for people with technical knowledge or technical background, AI, most of the AI technologies are built with Python. And if you're going to integrate it into other solutions, right, it'll be easier, right, if the solution is built with Python and then you now integrate your AI. So it's seamless, right? So I would encourage people, right, to learn, at least learn the basis of programming.
yeah,
At least it should be safe. And then even now, ChatGPT can even teach you that.
yeah. True, true. So this one said, how do you get data? I think that's a vague question. Like it's quite like what data exactly? We would love to know the
Yeah.
data.
Okay, but I think, yeah, I think that question, right, it's at the same time, in as much as like it's not too clear, but it's really important too. Because I've seen people who want to really apply AI, right? But they ask like AI needs data. Even me, I've had that same thing, right? When you want to even train this, pre-train this, like fine-tune this model for your application, you need data. So, and that is one of the problems of even integrating AI in Africa. We don't we don't keep data.
We don't keep
So
data.
if you go to the hospital in Nigeria, right, most of their records are still on paper and
Uh,
they still use paper
yeah,
and bio, right? So these things are not digitalized, right? And it is difficult to use AI on just your hard copy data. Even your the law firms, you see, they see, in this time and age, you go to a law firm and you see
pile
piles
of
of
books. Yeah,
books and law cases. These things should be digitalized. And when they are digitalized, it's easier to now put them into
yeah,
data. Even
yeah.
Nigeria, our traditional history, right? They are getting lost, right? Because the new generation, we don't care about history. But if these things are presented to us in a digital form, in a fancy form, so we can even I know of a friend who had an idea of even like trying to fine tuning this AI on African history. So you can ask it any question on African history and it gives you the answer. So
Yeah.
also for people with small businesses, right? I'm talking about the large scale, but small businesses. So you have a business, you sell your products. Don't just sell, right? Sell and record, because you
Sell
can,
and record,
when you have
yes.
your data, you can build very simple algorithms that can help you forecast your future
Your
sale, right?
predictions, yeah. Make wise predictions, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
even tell you, oh, this is what's making profit more. You should do this more. So I think it's important, like you get data from either from your own business or from, yeah, anywhere you see, oh, they have a analog data, just digitalize
You
it.
know, I did a short course on supply chain and inventory.
Yeah.
Man, see, that course just gave me a lot of reasons why data is very, very important in any business. The most important thing is data because I was actually thinking, like, when you get to this supermarket and you see how their product, and I'm like, now this particular product, I'll just pick a product. This particular product has been in this supermarket. Like, how do they know that this product is going to sell? How do they know that this product isn't going to expire at this particular point in time? That was what drove me into learning supply chain. And I was like, man, see, these people are working with data,
Yeah.
they are forecasting with data, they are making wise predictions with data, and it's working for them. Do you get? It's working so well for them. Well, so this Femi is like also in what ways do you see AI transforming industry that have been relatively untouched by the technology so far? And what are the potential implications of these changes?
Yeah. So interesting questions so far. And this also is an interesting question. Yeah, because people will say, right, um some industries that even normal technology have not even like transformed it, right? So how about AI? And when we one of the industries that comes to my mind is agriculture um, in in Nigeria or in Africa, right? So agriculture is like it's still the same in the village. People go farm, plant their crops, and then. But the thing is, I think gradually um, technology is actually going into those industries and invading them. There's this
And,
program called AI for Good that Google organized every year. So
yeah.
they introduce startups, like startups with ideas on application of AI for good, especially in Africa. So and then I was surprised, like last year and this year, most of the entries into that program were AI for agriculture. Yeah, AI for
Oh,
agriculture. So
oh,
some people they use drones, right, to apply fertilizers to AI. So sorry to the crops.
to the
And
crops,
this
yeah.
is what farmers do, right? You pay people to
To
do, right? But now
do
a machine will do it for you even efficiently. Also, even predicting, okay, how many yields will I get this month, right? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I guess many of these industries, right? AI, because AI is kind of versatile. It touches everywhere. So it's, I guess, and I believe that it's going to affect those industries. And we all should be prepared. We all, and then how would they affect those industries? It's something I still need to say. It is you and I, right, that will bring AI into these industries, and that's what will give us the advantage. If you're in an industry and technology have not even penetrated that industry, everything is still analog. I guess if you want to be maybe the next billionaire or next millionaire, you should start thinking of how can AI disrupt this industry, and then
Yeah,
you be the
true. Yeah,
front person
yeah.
doing that. Yeah, and I think it's you and I, our work, right? That's actually going to spread AI into these industries. And if you don't do it, other people will do it. So
Honestly, me, I avoid it for my own brand, like for fashion, for the fashion industry. I'm seeing it already, starting with designing
yeah,
to production to finishing. Like I am seeing it already because you can generate uh, fashion designing itself. was a, they've been complicating fashion designing for tailoring with tailoring for a very long time, you get.
Yeah,
But somehow we've got to understand that fashion designing is just structuring with using illustration, using your, you get.
yeah,
Now with the two I saw via Mid Journey and some,
yeah,
like, there's no chance for a fashion, if you're a prompt engineer, like you said, I think you would have a very, you can, it will be very easy to take the market on those people that are into, man. So
yeah, yeah,
it's somehow it's painful, because some of us, or some people, they've mastered a certain craft or skill,
yeah,
you understand, and AI will just come and take. So, okay, we have this question. What, with this innovation on AI, what are the disadvantages to the society? Okay.
yeah.
I think you were late. I think he said some. So can you just recap for him again,
Yeah,
please?
sure. Yeah, so AI, right, is good. But yeah, it has some people have fears, and one disadvantage which is obvious to everybody is job, right? Job replacement. So what
Yeah,
people can
yeah,
do, right? AI. One practical example is even book writing. I saw a news recently that some authors are complaining that AI generated books are flooding Amazon, right? So people write books with AI, just ChatGPT, and then sell on Amazon. And so authors now who have the skill for writing, I don't think you can write better than this ChatGPT
you
because
can't.
yeah, so
You
because
can't.
yeah, some people will argue it's arguable, right? But at least
See,
it can write more than the average writer,
yeah,
right? So
true, true, true.
I think job job replacement is one obvious fear
Yes.
that people have. Then even also the thing is, people say that how do you even say this thing, right? A knife, right? It's anything, but it depends on whose hand it is.
It
If a
is,
chef
yeah.
holds a knife, it's for cutting meat, right?
Yeah,
But if an hoodlum hold a knife, is to kill someone, right? So AI
yeah,
too
yeah,
also has that ability to become anything based on the person using it, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, if someone with bad intention use AI, right, it's going to be bad, it's going to be disastrous. But these
Honest.
things is they're really powerful.
True. Talking about that, there was a summary I made on a book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I went to there's an app. I went to a site, 11 Labs. All I just did was give it some of my recordings, and it generated my voice. So all I needed to do was type.
Yeah,
And when he typed it, I was like, Jesus Christ, what is going to happen to us?
yeah,
Because it typed it, and it wasn't 100% perfect, because I believe they are still working on it, but it was able to give me back at least my voice. And I'm like, just imagine if these people now get to, if there's a particular app that has all these tools. Right now,
yeah,
we just have them in tools. This AI tool can do this AI tool can do this AI tool can do this. But if
yeah.
we all have them all summed up in just one AI
One,
tool, it's going to be very crazy.
yeah,
For it is going to be very crazy. Man,
yeah,
Langosta, man, this was an interesting one. Like, I thank you very much
yeah,
for your time.
yeah.
Is
Sure,
there
you're
any other
welcome.
question? If there's no question, I think we are rounding up now. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I
it's always a
appreciate you.
pleasure.
I hope we
Yeah,
get to have a discussion like this another time, online and offline.
yeah,
Online
yeah,
and offline.
yeah. Sure,
All
sure.
right. So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Take care,
All
sir.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Bye,
right.
everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Man, it's I believed you all had a wonderful time with Elogo, sir. Well, me, I had a lovely time. Femi, one more question for who? For me. I think you should wait for the next meeting we'll have. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for joining this meeting. This is the entrepreneurial frontier, and we're going to have meetings like this consequently. Now, I am going to put out content on the next time we're going to be having a meeting like this. So, thanks, you guys. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Femi. Thanks, Shedi, Fona. Thanks, Dotless Board. Thank you, everyone, for your time. All right. So, do take care of yourself, okay? Have a wonderful Sunday. All right. Bye for now.